I'm Dinah Lee. This is my channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And yeah, I'm really glad you're here. We're about to do a reading, and I don't know what it's about, but we're all about to find out, aren't we? Be sure and let me know in the comments below what you think about this video. Be sure and hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel so much. You have no idea. And if you have a suggestion, let me know in the comments below. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, let's get going. See you in a sec. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Hey, this is Dinah Lee. Welcome to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I apologize. I've not posted anything in over a week. I just have been under the weather, just feeling kind of blasé, exhausted. I don't think the heat helps, but worked really hard this past weekend on some projects, and it's like I just wiped myself out. So this reading today is going to be on the food shortages in the United States and the world. What exactly is going on here, and what can we expect? So I'm using my Mystical Shaman Oracle. We have the Ghost Dance here, very interesting card. And we have the Circle. Now, this really reminds me of like All Nations here, okay? You see all the different handprints there, different colors kind of representing the All Nations, the Circle, which is a very interesting card to get. I'm going to read what the Ghost Dance and the Circle are. I'm going to scoot these up. And I'm going to read these to you because, well, yes I will, but I'm going to read these. So we have the Ghost Dance card 22, which is the Buddha number. The Ghost Dance of the American Plains Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the old world. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. Honor the spirits of the ancestors and receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honoring your own past lives. So, all right, at this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. Step into the abundance that is offered to you. Receive the gifts of those who have come before you and write a new story for your life. I think this is actually asking us to study history, okay? Because why do we study history, boys and girls? Because it tends to repeat itself. If you look at things that have happened in the past with like communism, Marxism, there are leaders throughout history who intentionally starved their people. Now, if you are, in order to get control, right, to gain power and control over the population. So pay attention to history, read some of these stories. I have recently, well, I'd say in the past month, read several stories about what happened before. I cannot, remember the details of them, but it's happened over and over and over again. And if you look at all this crap that's happening, if you're looking at the into the stories of what's going on, and you're not going to see it on mainstream media, okay, you're going to find these things on YouTube. You're going to find them by, digging into other resources, but I found a lot of really good information actually on YouTube. People are being allowed to tell their stories, okay, of history and what's happened, at least for now. So we need to look and see what's happened in history. Why are all these things happening at once? Why are these farmers in other parts of the world having to upgrade or change their processes or equipment that makes it almost impossible for them to produce food in the way that they have been because of this green agenda, right? Or all of these other things. Meanwhile, you know, people are being encouraged to buy electric cars. And then I heard just the other day, Gavin Newsom in California saying, oh, y'all need to quit charging your electric cars. It's putting too much load on the grid. It's like, what? Come on now. I mean, look, you form your own opinions. Let me know what you think about all this green agenda stuff. Personally, I believe in Greg Braden. I believe what he says. He's a geologist. If you go look on YouTube for Missing Links, it's series 1, video 1 is the very first video he produced. And it's about how the Earth actually has an elliptical orbit around the sun. It's not completely circular. And there are times in history when we are actually much closer to the sun. So we are orbiting the sun, you know, in a closer, whatever, distance than we do at other times in history. Okay. And it's all a cycle, and the video is called Cycles of Time. So I encourage you to look at that, educate yourself. Just don't believe everything that's being said and take it at face value, because this is all part of some big something. Okay, I don't know what it is. I'll do that on one of my What's Really Happening videos, right? Like what is really happening right now. And if you're an investigator, if you have the heart of an investigator like me, you've probably been doing your own research and seeking out the truth. Okay. The circle. Unification, interconnectedness, and a sense of continuum is what this card implies. The circle reminds us we are all one, dancers in a unified, continuous, inclusive circle. This card reminds us of the cycles of life and the evolving self, ever-changing and always connected. Human, spirit, nature, the cosmos are all intrinsically connected. Now, this is something I was thinking about this morning earlier. By the way, you're going to hear Buttercup snoring in the background because she's with me. And yeah, she's snoring today. So that's what that noise is. We are so distracted with propaganda, right? Many people are. I'm not saying you are. I'm only mildly distracted, only because it causes outrage. The propaganda to separate all of us in all these different little micro units, all these splitting us up smaller into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces, so that we're all fighting each other, you know, and we're not paying attention to what's really going on. We are all one, okay? And if we would just realize that and stop fighting amongst ourselves or believing in the lies that this group doesn't like this group and you shouldn't like this person because of this and blah, 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 blah. We need to think more in, no, what am I trying to say? You know what I'm trying to say, right? We need to unify. And I don't mean as in like this New World Order global agenda. I mean the people, we the people that make up the population of these countries, we need to unify. Just like, what was it? Sri Lanka, right? Just the other day, or sorry, a few weeks ago. Was it in May? I can't remember. It seemed like on the news it was a few days ago, but when I looked it up, I think this actually happened back in May. They just overthrew their government, basically. Ran the guy off. He resigned. But what's happened since then is another guy stepped in until the next election in 2024, and he seems to be just as bad, right? So we need to unify as people, as children of God, and stop bickering with each other, allowing this propaganda to infiltrate our psychology to where we're all fighting amongst ourselves. I mean, that's what the whole plan is get us so distracted, infuriated, and outraged over all these things, stupid stuff, that we're not really paying attention to what's going on, okay? So that's what we need to look at. So, food shortages. What is really going on here? Is this a plan? Is this part of the agenda? Angels, teachers, guides. Please let love, light, and truth shine through me and guide me for the good of all. Three of Swords, heartbroken. Dagger in your heart, someone hurting you, right? Three of Swords, someone intentionally or unintentionally hurting the people. So our ancestors want us to know. I think they are hurting watching all of us, watching all of this unfold. I told you guys in a video not too long ago that we watched Pearl Harbor over the 4th of July. And it's a longer movie, but you know what I was thinking the whole time I was watching it is I don't think the people, our people, I mean, in America, could even handle that right now. I feel like we're so weak and so, I'm talking about people who've never been in the military, never been in a war, just the entitlement and how spoiled we are in this country. I don't know if we could even go through that again, where there's people rushing, you know, to save people and willing to take a bullet, run out into the street to save their friend. Sure, there will be people that do that, but I don't think we have nearly as many brave men and women as we had back then. Sorry guys, I got interrupted. Let's keep going with this. Since I haven't done a reading in a while, I'm probably going off on a lot of different tangents. Buttercup's just snoring away. King of Wands, the man with the plan, right? Three of Swords, King of Wands. He looks like somebody, kind of, as I glanced at this card with the last name Gates or Schwab, you know? That looks more like Gates to me. The food shortage. Hanged Woman in reverse. They're sacrificing us. And the Hermit in reverse. What? So what? We're going to go through a repeat thing here. Let's see. Because you got the Hanged Woman. That's like someone telling us, oh, we need to make sacrifices for other. This is like one of those virtue signaling BS things, right? And then we've got the Hermit. You need to go away, lock yourself away. You don't have a choice, okay? Do they think we're stupid here? Okay. Trying to keep us in the dark on something. Let's keep going. That is totally Bill Gates right there. I mean, that's just... You need to make sacrifices. Food shortage situation. Food shortage situation. Show me what's really happening with the food shortage situation. You're hiding something. Food shortage, angels, teachers, guides, food shortage, food shortage. Food shortage. Show us what's really happening. Good Lord. The devil. Lies, lies, lies. Money. We're going to take care of you. Don't worry. This is a horrific thing that's happening. The Ace of Swords. Will be victorious. They're sacrificing us or asking us to sacrifice ourselves. Everything's going to be okay. This is the lie. This is... Oh. Why are these the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands? It almost feels like they're willing to sacrifice whatever they have to be victorious, and so that they have this happy home, happy ending, happy life, happily ever after, right? This is the Five of Wands. This is a battle and victory here again. Victorious. Success. It's a quick success, though. It's not necessarily long-term success. So let's get some clarity on what this is. Get my deck out here. Oh, angels, teachers, guys, clarity on this reading, please. What is going on with the food supply? Two, they know that people might be very self-absorbed at this time. If there's a shortage of food, you're not safe, right? Clarity on the Three of Swords, please. Just clarity on the Three of Swords. Clarity on the Three of Swords. What's going on with this food supply? What is this plan here? Three of Swords. The Empress. Well, there's all the fertility in the world, right? Mother Earth, Venus, Three of Swords, extermination, genocide of the population. Remember, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research and form your own opinions. These are some pretty sick people. You know what? I think this is literally what's going on right here. Clarity on the Devil, please. Clarity on the Devil. Let's do that one again. The deck upside down. Clarity on the Devil. Clarity on the Devil. Food supply. Three of Cups. Bunch of people all band together with this plan. Bondage. Sickness. Clarity on the King of Wands. King of Wands. Clarity on the King of Wands. The Emperor. Oh, looky there. Divine counterpart, side by side. Getting control. I was waiting for the Emperor to come out, actually. The Emperor and the King of Wands working together to change the world. And perhaps our fertility, and perhaps the entire population. But this is the world. This is the plan. It's hurting the world. It's also hurting women, our fertility, all of these types of things. Temperance. They want to balance something out. They want to take what they see as wrong in the world and make it right. Okay? But this is the story. We're going to take care of you with this Queen of Pentacles. We're going to make things better for you. We're going to rebalance. Okay? Because too many people have been hurt at their own hands, right? I mean, this is all orchestrated. Okay, there's no way all these dozens and dozens of factories, you know, manufacturing plants and all this just happened to disappear. Entire chicken farms, all within, you know, a year, 18 months, something like that. And now the fertilizer shortage because of the war in the Ukraine, and then the upgrades require, I mean, what kind of morons instigate changing the way farmers do what they do at a time like this? I mean, this is, you know, it's like this perfect storm all coming together, but it's a manufactured storm. It is not a storm that is happening by Mother Nature. This is a manipulated storm, okay? This plan to affect the world, this Three of Swords, to betray, to hurt. It's very toxic. And there are multiple people involved in this. It's not just one organization or one group of people or one person. We need to band together. This is the toxic message, right? And we're going to change all this for you. We're going to take care of you. All you have to do is give up. Okay? Surrender. Give up your freedom. Give up your rights. In some things, right? You know, and we'll all be victorious together. If you just do what we say, we'll all be happy. We already did that, didn't we? Yeah, we did that a couple of years ago. Look how that turned out. Look how that turned out. Oh, I was reading something yesterday. Guys, when I'm not doing these readings or working in my other business, I'm usually researching. Okay, I'm researching the things that I am going to do readings on, because these things are very nuanced and each reading tells its own story. And if I don't know the pieces to the story, possible things that could be happening, I can't put it together. It's why an investigator gathers clues. So that's what I'm doing a lot of times, is gathering clues. And I read something about, oh no, it was in a movie. It was The Big Short. Have you guys seen that? That's a great movie. I've seen it once before, but I watched it again the other night. That is a fantastic movie. And they said there was a line in that movie. They said something like, For every percentage rise in the unemployment rate, 40,000 people die. It was something like that. For every 1% that the unemployment rate goes up, 40,000 people die. So take just that number and calculate it out. What was the unemployment rate in 2020? What was the highest? And then multiply that percentage by the number of people on average that die per day based on the unemployment rate. Well, it's a very large number. I calculated it out, and in the height of the unemployment in 2020, it would have been something like close to 500,000 people that would have died just from unemployment. Okay, did we ever hear about that on mainstream media? No, 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 of course we didn't. No. And we were isolated, we were locked away. This is what they want to do again. Don't turn over, guys. Let me get back in the groove here. I seem to be going off on a lot of tangents. Hanged woman. Clarity on the hanged woman, please. Clarity on the Queen of Pentacles again. Go away. Take yourself out, right? Go off and be alone and all this. We're going to force you to do this, though. But don't worry. We're taking care of you. It's for your own good. We may even throw a little money your way. But someone's also making a lot of money here, okay? I think this is going to be under the ruse, though, the general energy of, again, virtue signaling. You need to do this so that other people can be well and you know, blah, 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 blah. What's this Ace of Swords? What's the victory here? Is it the message? Seven of Wands. I can almost hear the speeches in my mind. We can only be victorious when we take a stand. They want to rebalance everything. Could also be a message for us right here. So again, I read in layers. If you've never been here before, I'll read one layer and then I'll put down another layer, and I can get multiple levels of information here. Rebalancing power. Rebalancing the financial sector here too. But we need to go away. That's part of the deal here. We need to worry about, you know, our own safety and health and all of that. So with that would be the food, okay? Three of Wands. So I almost feel like this Three of Wands with the Hermit is like everyone is just stumped. Like nobody knows what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know how to lead themselves. almost feel like powerless over here, a lot of confusion. An inability to feel powerful and take control here. That was not a shuffle, guys. Hang on. What's the Ten of Cups? Queen of Wands. Someone cannot go forward with their vision, and that will make someone else very happy, okay? Dream come true. Someone's not going to be able to go forth with their vision here. So, and this is what I was thinking earlier. This could be us, okay? Just refusing to fall for the BS, right? We're just saying, absolutely not. We are going to stand up for ourselves. This is not going to happen. We're not going to take ourselves out. Taking a stand. We're going to take care of ourselves. We're going to take care of our families. We're going to take care of each other. Why are these cards doing that? Look. Ten of Swords in reverse with the Five of Wands, okay? They're not... They're going to try really hard to pull this off, to bring about an end to the situation. I can't pick up the cards. Okay. Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords is the end, the ultimate betrayal, whatever. The Five of Wands, this is the battle here, okay? I don't think they're going to win. I don't think they're going to be able to pull this off. I don't think they're going to be able to pull off the ultimate betrayal. And then we have the Ten of Cups again. The happily ever after right next to the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Cups. It's like renewing our passion for our lives, our private lives, our home life here. They're unable to proceed right here, but it's because of this. Not buying into the BS, right? We're not believing it anymore. And we have our victory and our happily ever after. So I think that whatever propaganda is trying to be pulled off here now and in the near future, I don't think we're going to believe it, because we've studied history, okay? And as long as we stick together, okay, this is going to be okay. But this is the most important part, is right here, is where when they tell us we need to step out, we need to get out of the way, we need to go home, we need to sit inside, we need to make sacrifices, we need to do all these things. Maybe it's like, give another country all of our food or something. I mean, I don't know what it is, okay? Typically, the U.S. has been humanitarian in the past. For what reasons, I'm not going to comment on, if it was for control or power or genuinely humanitarian. But this is it. This is where we stand up for ourselves, okay? This is where we decide we are not going to budge on this, and we will never repeat what we repeated in the last 2 years. We will not comply, basically, okay? And we will win. There's far more of us than there are of them. So I think it's going to be okay, but we may be asked to stand up in a way that probably most people, or at least half the people alive on the planet right now, have never had to, which is probably why Pearl Harbor was coming in again, because it's right here, and we have to be brave and courageous and be willing to read or find the truth about what's going on. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to try to get caught up, but I leave tomorrow to travel for another week of traveling, and then I'll be back, hopefully feeling a lot more energetic the next time. But I'll try to do some readings while I'm on the road. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.